University Challenge. Asking the questions, Amol Rajan.
Hello and welcome to University Challenge. There are just 2 matches remaining in this year's quarter-final stage. Edinburgh and Imperial are safely through to the semis. UCL and Warwick have been eliminated. And in this match and the next, the remaining 4 quarter-finalists will be going head-to-head for the last 2 semi-final spots. This year's team from Manchester beat New College Oxford and the LSE on their way to this round. They then lost their first quarter-final against Edinburgh and looked at risk of losing their second against UCL until they heard the first notes of a music starter that was clearly very much their collective cup of tea. They scored a quick full marks on that round and proceeded to dominate the second half of the match, finishing on 150 points to UCL's 120. Their average score so far is 140 points. Let's meet the team from Manchester for the 5th time.
Hi, I'm Ray Power. I'm from Bangkok, Thailand, and I study film studies and English literature.
Hi, my name's Kirsty Dixon. I'm from Whalley Green in Cheshire and I study medicine.
And their captain.
Hi, I'm Kai Madrick. I'm from Foy in Cornwall and I'm studying for a PhD in AI and astrophysics.
Hi, I'm Rob Faulkner. I'm from Norwich and I'm studying physics with astrophysics.
The team from Sheffield seemed determined this year to take the longest possible route to what would be their university's first appearance in our semi-finals since 2011. They lost their opening game against Warwick, but survived as one of the highest-scoring losing teams of round 1. They then beat New College Oxford in the repechage, Strathclyde in round 2 and Darwin College Cambridge in their first quarter-final before losing their second quarter-final to Imperial, despite some very good answers on European geography and South American cowboys. With an average score of 180, let's meet the Sheffield team for the 6th time.
Hi, I'm Rhys Lewis. I'm from Haverfordwest in Pembrokeshire and I'm studying maths.
Hi, I'm Abdurrahman Al-Sisi. I'm from Alexandria, Egypt, and I study engineering.
And their captain.
Hi, I'm Jacob Price. I'm from Heatherset in Norfolk and I study astrophysics.
Hi, I'm Isabel Dobby. I'm from Haringey in North London and I study English literature.
Welcome back to all of you. You need to win this one, but I think you know that, don't you? Good luck, best of luck, in fact. Fingers and buzzers, here's your first starter for 10. In 2-letter internet country codes, what letter of the alphabet precedes N for November in the code of the Central American country whose cities include San Pedro Sula, T in the code of a populous Caribbean island country, K in the code of a special administrative region just...
Manchester Metric.
H.
It is H. Well worked out. 3 questions for you, Manchester, on regions of Chile. With its capital at Rancagua, what central Chilean region derives its name from the landowner and military leader who served as the country's first post-independence head of state?
Oh, well, that's like Bernardo O'Higgins, I think.
Well, O'Higgins is a place. I know there's a football team called O'Higgins. So.
Okay, O'Higgins.
Well done. Yeah. What is the capital of Magallanes, Chile's southernmost region? Formerly known itself as Magallanes, it is the world's southernmost city with over 100,000 inhabitants.
It's Ushuaia in Argentina. It's one of the things in Tierra del Fuego.
I don't know, sorry. I think it's
that's all you've got.
Ushuaia?
No, that's Punta Arenas. Which Chilean region includes both Rapa Nui, or Easter Island, and the Juan Fernandez Islands? One of the country's largest by population, it is named for the large coastal city about 60 miles northwest of Santiago that serves as its capital.
So Valparaiso, probably? Yeah. Valparaiso?
Yes, correct. Well done. Let's start the question. The Cathedral Church of St. John the Divine in New York City houses a bronze and white gold altarpiece understood to be one of the final works completed by which American artist before his death in 1990. The altarpiece is densely covered...
Sheffield Dobby.
Keith Haring.
It is indeed. Well done. Your questions then, Sheffield, on a group in Greek mythology. In Greek myth, the sisters Pemphredo, Io and Dino are known collectively by what name, meaning old women in ancient Greek? Daughters of Phorcys and Ceto, they share a single eye and tooth between them.
Could be the Moira.
It's not the Harpies,
not like
isn't
the
it?
Fates. Or...
No.
Go for what Abdul said.
Moirai?
No, it's the Grii. In most sources, the 3 Grii are also sisters, to which group of monstrous women? Hesiod names 3 of them, including Stheno and Euryalus.
Gorgons, yeah.
Yes.
Gorgons?
Yeah.
Gorgons?
Yes. Which Greek hero is said to have met the Grii on his quest to obtain the head of the Gorgon Medusa and compelled them to help him by stealing their shared eye?
Perseus.
Yes, well done. Let's start the question. What colour links all of the following? A 1639 oath that required Ulster Scots to reject the National Covenant, A set of diaries that purported to show the, quote, sexual degeneracy of Irish revolutionary and early human rights campaigner Roger Casement.
Sheffield Dobby.
Red.
Now, I'm afraid you lose 5 points. You can hear more of the question, but you may not confirm Manchester. A designation given to the year 1847, widely considered the worst of the Irish famine, and a nickname given to British soldiers in the Royal Irish Constabulary during the Irish War of Independence.
Manchester Medwick.
Black.
It is black, yes. The soldiers were known as the Black and Tans. Right, 3 questions for you, Manchester, on a shape. The lack of an algebraic equation for calculating the perimeter of what shape has led to the development of a number of formulae for approximating it, the simplest being pi times the sum of A and B, where A and B are the lengths of the semi-major and semi-minor axes of the shapes.
Ellipse, then, surely.
Ellipse,
Yeah. Ellipse.
Yes. Which mathematician's 1914 paper, Modular Equations and Approximations to Pi, concludes with a statement of 2 approximations for the perimeter of an ellipse, which he states were obtained empirically without further elaboration.
And Ramanujan.
Oh,
did a lot
that
of
makes sense.
Did a lot of
Yeah,
it, but I don't know if it was-
Yeah, well, probably. Ramanujan.
Great man. Often used in more advanced approximations, what property of an ellipse is given by the square root of a squared minus b squared all over a? It may be informally defined as a measure of how far an ellipse deviates from a perfect circle.
Eccentricity. Yeah, eccentricity.
Correct. Let's start a question. Picture round now. And for your picture starter, you'll see the title of a well-known 19th century novel in various European languages. For 10 points, give me the novel's original English title.
Sheffield Assisi.
I'm afraid if you... No, sorry, I'm afraid if you buzz, you must answer immediately. You can have a bit more time, Manchester, but not much.
Manchester Dixon.
Wuthering Heights.
It is Wuthering Heights, yes, well done. For your picture starter, you saw the title of Wuthering Heights in Dutch, French, Catalan and Portuguese. For your picture bonuses, you'll see the titles of 3 more 19th century novels in various languages. Simply give the English title in each case. All 3 are works by British authors. First, this novel.
World Ruin. What's Velt?
I mean, well, Velt is just Velt.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I don't speak these
Crazy
languages.
Foller.
I'm afraid I...
Come on.
I don't know.
No, sorry, pass.
It's far from the madding crowd in Italian, German and Spanish. Second, what novel is this?
Is it just going to be War and Peace, maybe? Something and something,
Yeah.
you know?
Or Crime and
No,
Punishment.
but British authors, though.
Oh.
So it can't
Oh,
be.
are they British? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
British
right.
So,
I don't know.
Pride and Prejudice, why not? Pride and Prejudice.
No, it's The Woman in White in Polish, Ukrainian and Swedish. And finally,
Pride and Prejudice, surely.
Yeah.
Pride and Prejudice.
that is Pride and Prejudice, yes, in Czech, Danish and Esperanto. Let's start the question. In 2024, the physicist Rosemary Fowler was awarded an honorary doctorate by Bristol University in belated recognition of her role in the discovery of which family of subatomic particles. The discovery that one member of this family can decay into either 2 or 3 pions demonstrated that...
Sheffield Price.
Kaons.
Yeah, Kaons is correct, yeah. Your bonus in Sheffield are 3 questions on documentaries by the director Wim Wenders. Which German dancer and choreographer, founder of the Tanztheater Wuppertal company, was the subject of a 2011 documentary by Wenders? She died during the production of the documentary and it was reconceived as a tribute.
Anything?
Don't know any German.
Yeah, pass.
Pina Bausch. Filmed like Pina in 3D, a 2023 documentary by Wenders examines the work of which German artist? Born in 1945, he is known for large-scale textured paintings incorporating organic matter and metal debris that confront Germany's fascist past.
I do not know. No?
Any German modern art?
No, I can't.
Pass.
That's Anselm Kiefer. Named after a music venue in Havana, which group of musicians was the subject of a 1999 documentary by Wenders that was nominated for both an Academy Award and a BAFTA?
Anything? No, we don't have it.
Music Centre in Havana, I don't know any, but like...
No, not really.
No.
No, pass.
No, pass.
That's the Buena Vista Social Club.
Of course.
Now let's start the question. In Islam, the Zabur is the name given to a text analogous to which book of the Old Testament? It is often known as the Zabur of Dawood or David, in the belief that he was the primary author.
Sheffield Assisi.
Psalms?
It is the Book of Psalms. Well done. Your bonuses, Sheffield, are on the 8,000ers, the only 14 mountains in the world recognised by the International Mountaineering and Climbing Federation, or UIAA, as rising more than 8,000 metres above sea level. The UIAA's grouping was challenged when what country reclassified the heights of 6 of its mountains in 2025 as over 8,000 metres? Peaks in the UIAA's official list that can be found entirely within this country include Dhaulagiri, Manaslu and Annapurna.
Oh, Annapurna. Where's that?
It's not Bhutan.
Is it not just Nepal?
No, isn't Everest in Nepal?
Yeah, but not
Oh,
entirely.
yeah.
Go for it, Sean.
Nepal?
Yes. 4 of Nepal's reclassified mountains are in the range named for which peak, the 3rd tallest in the world?
Kanchenjunga. I don't know how to pronounce it. Kanchenjunga.
Yes, I'll accept that. It's pronounced Kangchenjunga. Nanga Parbat is the only one of the 14 to be located entirely within which country? Other peaks in the 14 to be shared between this country and China include Gasherbrum 1 and 2, Broad Peak and K2.
Is this
Pakistan.
Yeah.
Pakistan?
Yes, correct. Let's start the question. The Queen's Park Swizzle and the Queen's Park Super Cocktail are both drinks named for a former hotel and resort in which island country? They, along with a popular variety of sour cocktail named for this country, are characterised by heavy use of Angostura bitters, which were originally...
Manchester Medwick.
Trinidad.
Yes, I'll accept that. Trinidad and Tobago. Your bonuses are on a scientist and his relationships with his contemporaries. In a 1936 address on the personalities of men of science, Robert Strutt described which Scottish chemist and physicist as secretive and quarrelsome, while noting his generosity and the fact that he gave his invention of the vacuum flask freely to the world.
Oh, who did this? It sounds like something my dad would know.
This was kind
Scottish.
of early.
I've got nothing, I'm afraid.
Just something flask, didn't they?
Kelvin.
No, it was James Dewar who invented the vacuum flask. Dewar had a notably acrimonious relationship with which other Scottish chemist, winner of the 1904 Nobel Prize? Dewar publicly attacked this chemist's claim to have discovered a new gas, now known to be argon, and that further inert gases existed.
Any names? Or?
I don't know. I can't do chemistry at all.
Don't worry.
Just having a go.
Smith.
No, Sir William Ramsay. The Dutch physicist Heike Kamerlingh-Onnes was Dewar's principal rival in the race to liquefy which gas? Dewar refused Onnes access to both his laboratory and his own source of this gas, but Onnes was still the first to succeed in 1908.
Is it nitrogen or was it helium? I thought it's like source of this gas.
Yeah,
Nitrogen is a separate
I'm
word.
not sure with that, that's fine.
I'm sorry if this is wrong. Do you mind if
No,
I say
it's
helium?
okay. Yeah.
Helium?
It is helium.
Nice.
Let's start the question. Anwar Congo is the central figure of which documentary film of 2012 in which he and associates of his candidly recall and then reenact in the styles of various film genres some of the hundreds of executions they carried out in Indonesia in 1965.
Manchester Power.
Act of killing?
It is the act of killing, yes, well done. Your bonuses, Manchester, are 3 questions on the archaeologist Jaquetta Hawkes. Soon after her graduation from Cambridge, Hawkes travelled to mandatory Palestine in order to join a dig led by Dorothy Garrod in which mountain range? Today, in northern Israel. Their work alongside a Palestinian researcher named Yusra led to the discovery of a Neanderthal skull identified as Tabun 1.
Yeah, mountain range. I'm not really good with geography around here.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Zagros.
No, it's the Mount Carmel range. Hawkes served as the theme convener for a James Gardner-designed pavilion at what national exhibition held in 1951, the same year as the publication of her book, A Land?
Oh, sorry.
1951.
I'm sorry.
Okay, no idea.
I don't know.
Smith.
It's a Festival of Britain. In her 1968 book, Dawn of the Gods, Hawkes argued for the essentially feminine nature of which ancient civilization, in contrast to the masculinity of Mycenaean Greece. Other archaeologists who analysed this civilization include Harriet Hawes and Arthur Evans.
That's the Minoans for Arthur Evans. Yeah. Minoans.
Yes, well done. Let's start the question. It's a music round now. And for your music starter, you're going to hear a piece of popular music. For 10 points, I need you to name the band.
Sheffield Price.
The Cure.
It is The Cure, yes. For your music starter there, Sheffield, you heard an untitled track taken from The Cure's 1989 album, Disintegration. For your bonuses, 3 more tracks listed as untitled. Name the artist or band in each case. First, this band.
Interpol. Interpol.
Yes. Secondly, this band.
Oh, is it Neutral Milk Hotel?
Sure.
Neutral Milk Hotel?
Well done. Lastly, this singer.
D'Angelo.
Well done. Let's start the question. What 2 words are used to describe the type of analysis developed by Vasily Leontiev that accounts for the interdependency between different economic sectors and for which Leontiev won the 1973 Nobel Prize in Economics? The same words may be used in computing to distinguish between the 2 different channels of data transfer to or from a computing system.
Sheffield Assisi.
Parallel.
No. Anyone want to have a guess from Manchester? No, I'll tell you. It's input and output. Now let's start the question. What legendary character is named in the subtitle of the 2024 action role-playing game Black Myth, made by Chinese developer...
Manchester Manchwick.
Sun Wukong.
Well done. Your bonuses are on words and their earliest citations in the Oxford English Dictionary. The earliest OED citation of the word moral is in Chaucer's description of which Canterbury pilgrim, noted for his collection of books on Aristotle and his philosophy. Chaucer says of him, gladly would he learn and gladly teach.
Well, like,
Name of the book.
the Parsoner.
No, it's the clerk. The earliest citation of the word immoral is in the 1660 work Justice Vindicated by Roger Cook, an attack on the ideas of Thomas White, Hugo Grotius, and which leading English political philosopher?
What time did it say?
1660s.
It could be like Hobbes, maybe, the Leviathan guy. Yeah. Hobbes.
Very much Hobbes the Leviathan guy, yeah. Very much so. The earliest citation of amoral dates to 1882 in an article by which Scottish novelist and poet? One of his best-known works is a moral allegory about a man with an alter ego.
Oh, it's Stevenson.
Yes,
Jekyll and Hyde.
Louis
Yeah,
Stevenson,
of course.
yeah.
Robert Louis Stevenson.
Yes, it is. Well done. Let's start the question. The principle that a class of more than 40 students should have more than one teacher is the rule named for which philosopher who proposed it in his 12th century study of rabbinic law known as the Mishneh Torah?
Sheffield Assisi.
Maimonides.
Yes, it is. Well done. Your bonus is then 3 questions on an architect. Delirious New York, A History of the Architecture and Urban Design of Manhattan, is a 1978 book by which Dutch architect, co-founder of the practice OMA, or Office for Metropolitan Architecture?
I think it's German, but go for it.
He is German.
I can't name a Dutch
It's
architect.
not Hungarian, is it? No, he's not.
No, just pass then.
Pass.
That's Rem Koolhaas. Designed by Koolhaas and opened in 2005, the Casa da Musica is a concert hall in which European city? It is located on the site of a former tram station at the Rotunda da Boa Vista, or Boa Vista roundabout.
Sounds like Lisbon.
Sure.
Go for it.
Lisbon.
Porto. Koolhaas was born in which Dutch city, which is home to buildings designed by him, including the Kunsthal art space and a complex of 3 interconnected office towers by the Nieuwe Maas River, a continuation of which flows into the city's port?
Rotterdam.
Yeah.
Rotterdam.
It is Rotterdam, yes. Which musical term, derived from the Italian word for crush, describes an ornamental note that is usually played with emphasis on the note it precedes? In music notation, it is written as a grace note with a diagonal line.
Sheffield Lewis.
Architectura.
Yes, correct. Well done. Your bonuses, Sheffield, are on a religious text and its use in classical music. Written in the 1220s in an Umbrian dialect of Italian, the song of praise known as the Canticle of the Sun or the Canticle of the Creatures is understood to be the work of which saint?
Hildegard.
Oh, sure. Is that a thing?
Yeah, same thing.
Hildegard.
No, it's Francis of Assisi. Which Russian composer who died in 2025 set the Canticle of the Sun for cello, chamber choir and percussion in 1997? She dedicated the work to the cellist Mstislav Rostropovich, saying it reflected his, quote, sunny personality.
Internet. I came across the name literally a couple of days ago, and I cannot put it. I don't know.
No idea.
It begins with E, I think, but I don't.
Ekaterina.
Something like that.
Ekaterinovich.
That was Sofia Gubaidulina. Bad luck. Which Hungarian composer, born 1811, wrote a setting of the Canticle for baritone, male chorus, organ and orchestra, which he also arranged for solo piano?
Liszt.
Yes, it is Franz Liszt. 5 points in it. What weather phenomenon links all of these? A large stainless steel sculpture in Chicago by Anish Kapoor.
Manchester Manchwick.
Cloud.
Well done. Well done. Your bonuses there in Manchester are on DNA damage. One of the most common causes of DNA damage in the cell, the abbreviation ROS, denotes a class of unstable oxygen-containing molecules produced naturally as a byproduct of metabolic processes. For what do the letters ROS stand?
Reactive oxygen species.
998 Dixon.
Reactive oxygen species.
Correct. Gamma H2AX is a major marker for DNA damage, directing cellular repair pathways. It is a phosphorylated variant of what type of protein, which make up the nucleosomes around which DNA is wrapped?
Oh,
Like a histone?
Yeah, histone.
Is it a protein?
Yeah.
Yeah, a histone.
okay. Histone.
Yes. In order to reduce the risk of cancer, if the level of DNA damage exceeds the cell's repair capacity, it will trigger what process, also known as programmed cell death, or PCD?
Apoptosis.
Yes, well done. Let's start the question. In biochemistry, what specific type of functional group is formed upon the acetylation of coenzyme A? It is similar to the functional group formed in a condensation reaction between a carboxylic acid and an alcohol, but with an oxygen atom replaced by sulfur.
Sheffield, that's easy.
Thiolation?
No. Anyone want to have a guess?
Manchester Dixon.
An amide.
No, it's thioester. Fingers on buzzers. Here's your next start for 10. Which ruler became the King of Jerusalem in 1225 after marrying Isabella II of Jerusalem, prompting his leadership of the Sixth Crusade?
Manchester Medwick.
Frederick II.
It is Frederick II. Well done. 3 questions for you, Manchester, on royal succession. The 1534 Act of Succession declared which future monarch illegitimate on the grounds that the king's marriage to this person's mother had been invalid?
So Mary the First, probably. Mary the First.
Yeah, the 1701 Act that determined a Protestant succession via the Hanoverian line is known as the Act of what?
Continuation.
Active.
Continuation.
No, it's settlement. The Succession to the Crown Act 2013 removed provisions whereby those who marry Roman Catholics are disqualified from the line of succession, as well as ending what long-held principle of succession?
So, the first, male supremacy?
Yeah, like the first heir.
Male supremacy.
Yeah.
It's male supremacy.
Yes, I'll accept that, yeah. Or male primogeniture, as it's done.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Let's start the question. It's a picture round now, and for your picture starter, you're going to see an image of both a film director and an actor. For 10 points, I need you to give me both of their names.
Manchester Medwick.
No, sorry.
A bit more time, Sheffield, but you may not confer.
Sheffield Dobby.
Ford and Fonda.
No bad luck. It's John Wayne and John Ford. Let's start the question. We'll take your picture bonuses when we get the next starter right. In 1926, the first purpose-built English venue of what sport opened at Bellevue in Manchester? In recent years, Towcester in Northamptonshire has been a regular venue for its prestigious derby, one in 2024.
Manchester Faulkner.
Greyhound racing?
It is greyhound racing, yes. For your picture starter, you saw John Wayne and John Ford, who collaborated on 14 films together. For your picture bonuses, 3 more actor-director pairs who are known for their work together. Again, I want you to name both the director and the actor you see in each case. First, this pair who collaborated on 8 films.
That's Jean-Luc Godard and Anna Karina.
Not it, pal.
Jean-Luc Godard and Jean-Luc Godard and Anna Karina.
Correct.
Sorry.
Secondly, this pair who have so far worked together on 4 films.
That's Jane Campion. That's Michelle Williams, right?
Jane Campion and Michelle Williams, then.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jane Campion and Michelle. That might
Jane
look...
Campion and Michelle Williams.
No, it's Michelle Williams with Kelly Reichardt.
Right.
Bad luck. And finally, this pair who to date have made 8 films together.
Right, so that's Almodovar and Antonio Banderas.
Okay. Pedro Almodovar and Antonio Banderas.
It is indeed. Well done. Let's start the question. Which poem of 1842 is this? Its first 4 nouns are king, hearth, crags, and wife. Its first 4 adjectives are idle, still, barren, and aged, while its final line contains 4 verbs: to strive, to seek, to find, and...
Manchester Medwick.
Ulysses.
Well done. Yes, it is Ulysses. Your bonuses, Manchester, are on football clubs that are the only ones that compete in the top 4 tiers of the English Football League pyramid as of the 2024-25 season, based in the given metropolitan or London boroughs. Name each club from the borough. First, the metropolitan borough of Wirral.
Oh, God, I don't know London boroughs, so I don't even know what that is.
It's not a London football team.
Do you have any guesses?
Brentford.
Brentford.
I said metropolitan borough for this one. That's Tranmere Rovers. Secondly, the metropolitan borough of Sandwell.
I don't know what that is.
Pick a team.
No, I was going to
You've got one in whatever.
Come on.
I don't know.
Pass.
Sorry.
Sandwell's just west of Birmingham. That's West Bromwich Albion. And finally, the Royal London Borough of Greenwich.
Not Crystal Palace.
Yeah, because why?
Is it?
Well, could be, yeah.
Okay, Crystal Palace.
No, it's Charlton Athletic.
Right.
Fingers and buzzers. Here's another starter for 10. Emitted in large quantities by volcanoes and used since antiquity as a preservative, for example in dried fruits and winemaking, what chemical compound is, along with nitrogen oxides, a major cause of acid rain?
Sheffield Lewis.
Sulfur dioxide.
Yes, your bonus is Sheffield. 3 questions on a work of social science. What single word completes the title of the influential 1971 work of critical pedagogy by Paulo Freire, which examines the role of education in sustaining or disrupting structures of economic and social domination? The pedagogy of the what?
Pass.
The oppressed. In that work, Freire criticised a model of education in which children are viewed as receptacles into which information is deposited, without them truly understanding or being able to challenge it, which he called the what model?
No clue. Pass.
Propaganda, sorry, that?
Yeah, sure. Propaganda.
A banking model. In the UK, Freire's ideas were notably put into practice in an adult learning project created by Colin and Jerry Kirkwood in the Gorgie Dalry area of which Scottish city?
Edinburgh, Glasgow.
One of those.
Let's go Glasgow. Glasgow.
No, it's Edinburgh. Let's start the question. Derived from a Sanskrit word meaning joining, what term in linguistics refers to...
Sheffield, this is easy.
Sandy.
Well done, yes. Your bonus is 3 questions on seaweed in cooking. What is the name of Chondrus crispus, a red-purple seaweed widely used in the food industry as a gelling agent?
Congee.
It's also used in a namesake milk-based dessert native to Ireland.
Milk-based. Oh, I don't know. Pass.
Carrageen. In Japanese cuisine, what Japanese name is given to a type of sushi roll in which dried seaweed appears inside the roll, with rice forming an outer layer? The term
maki?
can be translated as inside-out roll.
It's a tokamaki, could be that.
Tokamaki.
It's uramaki. What is the name of the setting agent made from red algae that is used in Japanese desserts such as anmitsu and yokan, as well as having applications as a vegan alternative to gelatin?
I don't know.
Pass.
It's agar, as I think Abdel might have known. Let's start a question. The fictional Indian town of Malgudi features prominently in many of the works of which author, born in 1906, including The Bachelor of Arts, The English Teacher and Swami and Friends?
Manchester Matchwick.
Seth.
No.
Sheffield Price.
Roy.
No, it's Arcade Narayan. Now let's start a question. Now defined in a formal sense in terms of 2 electrodes and the electromotive force between them, what common scale or measurement did the Danish chemist S.P.L. Sorensen introduce in 1909 to represent the...
Sheffield Price.
pH.
Yes. Your bonuses then, Sheffield, are on British screenwriters and their stage plays. Name each writer from the description. First, a playwright whose works for stage include The Sugar Syndrome, The Effect and Enron. On screen, her writing credits include Succession and I Hate Susie.
Any idea? No. Smith.
It's Lucy Prebble. Secondly, a playwright whose works for stage include Many Moons, Anatomy of a Suicide and Revolt, She Said, Revolt Again. Her screen credits include the television adaptation of Normal People and the 2016 film Lady Macbeth.
Smith.
Alice Birch. And finally, a playwright whose stage works include Best of Enemies, This House and Dear England. His work for television includes Sherwood and Quiz.
Who did Dear England? What's the name of the guy?
I don't know.
Johnson.
There's James Graham. Let's start a question. In geomorphology, what short word denotes the lowest point of a ridge between 2 mountain peaks? Derived from French and Latin words meaning neck, it is often used to mean mountain pass, with notable examples including the Tourmalet Pass, frequently appearing in the... And at the gong, Sheffield have 135 and Manchester have 185. Well, the answer to the last one was Cole, C-O-L. Sheffield, it's such ridiculously tight margins at this stage of the competition. And the fact is, on so many of those starters, I could see you at a split second behind the annoying Manchester captain who's frequently got those starters right. And it seems so unfair. I think that's, I'm not to say it flatters Manchester, but I think that scoreline doesn't reflect what a fantastic performance it was by you. We've loved having you. Thank you so much. I'm sorry we have to say goodbye. But I hope you have enjoyed it. Manchester, you like to make it really stressful for yourselves, don't you? But I've got to say that was a wonderful performance. And can I just say, I really appreciate the fact that even though you had a lead at the end, you played in the spirit of the game and didn't slow down. I think that really matters, the spirit of the game. So thank you. We shall see you again. And I hope you can join us again next time for the last of this year's quarter-final matches. But until then, it is goodbye from Sheffield.
Goodbye.
It's goodbye from Manchester.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.